our final full day in New York, and we just took the 2 train from Manhattan up to the Bronx to go Bronx Zoo. So come with us to check out Bronx Zoo. First stop for us was the Wild Asia Monorail. Only had to queue for a couple of minutes. Fortunately, we went in the middle of the week, so it wasn't too busy. But yeah, gonna leave you with some commentary now from the host of the monorail ride.
My name is Rib, and I'll be your lovely guide and driver for today. Now, once we cross the Bronx River, we'll be transported into Asia as if by magic. We'll be visiting animals from China to India, Cambodia to Nepal, and more. For your safety, please remain seated at all times with your hands and feet inside the car. Now here at the Bronx Zoo, near the headquarters of the Wildlife Conservation Society, or WCS, we have this area right here is our Kanha Meadow, where we care for 3 different species of deer and 1 species of antelope. If you look to your left as we're coming in over on that hill, you'll see some tan antelope with a white underbelly, and those are our female black-buck antelope. Next to them, you'll see some of our honey-colored. They're actually considered a subspecies of red deer, despite not being red. Obviously, you can see they're more of a pale gray gold color, but nature's funny like that sometimes. They're native to Central Asia, but populations have been difficult to monitor due to political fighting in the area. Recently, though, a researcher from WCS was able to confirm that they do still exist out in Afghanistan after not being seen for nearly 40 years. Farmers.
I'm Jonathan Slatt, and I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth. My job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Mayor Przewalski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. And on a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories to watch the impossible become possible and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today with Przewalski's horse.
We'll start to see them all huddled up right here in this center area. They're all lying down together right here. Now the horns that I was talking about, those horns are actually a great indicator for their sex, as female gaur have horns that curve inwards and male gaur have horns that point straight up. Unsurprisingly, male gaur are substantially larger than the females, but it's just a lot more interesting to go based off their horns, and you'll notice that a majority of their horns do curve inward. The WCS partners with 6 other conservation groups on tiger conservation efforts, and together we are all fighting against the threats facing wild tigers, including poaching, lack of prey, and habitat loss. If you haven't spotted our tiger yet, he's lying in between these 2 bushes towards the front of the tree. He's just lying in the grass over there taking a nap. And that's our male Amur Tiger Anakin, or Siberian Tiger Anakin right there. And of the 2 subspecies of tiger earlier, those are the peafowl. They are the national bird of India, and we have them all over the zoo, so you'll see them throughout the rest of your trip. But these wild pigs can be found on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi, and the resemblance the male's tusks have 2 antlers earned them their name, as Barbirusa means pig deer in the Malay. The next animal, and she is almost impossible to miss. It's one of the world's largest land mammals. That is our Asian elephant, Happy, over there. She's lying down in the little dirt patch right now. Now, African and Asian elephants are iconic animals worldwide, as we all know. Unfortunately, though, they are struggling out in the wild. And Asian elephants can weigh more than 10 grams. And as you may have guessed, today all rhinos are considered vulnerable or endangered, and recent estimations have the wild population of greater one-horned rhinoceros at around 3,700 in India and Nepal. And today, we currently care for 4 greater one-horned rhinoceros, and have had 14 baby rhinos born here at the deer sprinkled around this area. And any small deer that you see are likely not going to be babies, although there was a baby as we were first starting to come in, hiding behind some rocks. And that was a baby hog deer. We have more of the hog deer right here. And these guys are just small like that. That's just what they look like, and they get their name because of how short and stout they are, and also kind of from how they move. As they kind of move like a hog, since they creep, run low, and duck under things rather than leaping over them like most other deer species. That's just because their legs are so short they actually can't jump over most things, so they choose to duck under them instead. Now, if you follow this mud path all the way to the back corner of the jack, and they are a solitary species, we actually only have 2 of them, so it's kind of rare that we get to see them on these tours. So if you did spot it, consider yourself very lucky. Most of the time, people don't see it during this. Back over the Bronx River, if you look across from us, you'll be able to see where we first started that tour, that bridge across from us. That's where we first came in from. An abundance of them, but both of the species that we have in this area are very well adapted to climb these rugged mountain slopes, as they have rubbery cores in the center of their nose that help them grip the rocks, similar to the sole of a boot. On this hill, you might have seen a little goat just sitting all by herself right there. That's one of our Himalayan Tahr. Different to the Markhor, their horns just curve straight back instead of curling like it does on the Markhor, and their coat is a lot longer and shaggier than the Markhor. So that's how the female Markhor have similarly shaped horns, but they're not quite as long, and they only have a little tuft of fur under their chin. You can see quite a few more babies and some female and male Markhor as we're passing through here. But if you look towards the front of the train, just get cards of passing, you'll get a very good view of him. But in Nepal, the red panda is called Hanho, which roughly translates to
Now this red panda was super cute, just trying to catch a nap in the middle of the day. I think it's probably my favourite animal, just seeing these here. They are so cute. This little guy just could not stay awake. Probably, yeah, like I say, probably my favourite animal that we saw on the day. Then we headed into the world of birds. Fortunately there wasn't, I mean they were like free flying I guess, but there weren't too many like massive aviary kind of exhibits in there, which was good for Nikki because she hates birds flying around her. So yeah, I'll leave you with some clips of what we saw in here.